Roseburg baseball is coming up on The Score.
A line drive snagged out of the air at shortstop by Paxton Berg.
Don't miss any of the action this season. Subscribe to 1490 The Score on YouTube to catch every pitch.
And with a double at second, Danner Wirtz helping his own cause, gets Roseburg a run on the board.
Now, let's head to the field for the pregame show. Here's the voice of Roseburg High Sports, Joey Keeran.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, as we get ready to bring you the 2026 spring baseball season for the Roseburg Indians. It's great to have you with us here as we get ready to begin the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We got a lot to get to here as we get the season underway. We've got a lengthy interview with head coach Troy Thompson coming up to give us a preview of what this year's team is looking like for the Roseburg Indians. They look to defend their Southwest Conference title from a year ago, but they've got non-conference games to get things started, and we get it underway with the West Salem Titans. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Joey Keeran. Great to have you with us for today's broadcast of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score. It is our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's a new year, a lot of new faces for this Indian squad, and we'll get a chance to learn more about them coming up in our conversation with Coach Thompson, who begins his 24th year leading the Roseburg Indians. That is our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview that'll be coming up with us here in just a couple of moments. So look forward to that and look forward to having you with us here today. Want to let everybody know that today's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can find our YouTube channel there. Just search 1490 The Score. You'll find our channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and then you can get alerts every time we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports here on The Score. So that is a great place to find us. You can enjoy today's action here from Champion Car Wash Field on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Temperature is going to be hovering in the upper 70s, maybe breaking the 80-degree mark once again here today in the Umpqua Basin. Beautiful day for baseball and a beautiful way to get things started here in 2026. The West Salem Titans come into this one with a 0-1 record after falling 10-0 yesterday in their season opener against Ridgeview. We'll talk more about the opponent and the matchup here today as we continue on with the broadcast, but when we come back after a quick 2-minute timeout, we'll have a word with head coach Troy Thompson. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, and this is Roseburg High School baseball coming up for you this afternoon on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back here with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. It's time now for our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Well, it is time for the season opener. Roseburg Indians baseball getting ready to take on West Salem here today, and joining us is Coach Troy Thompson. Coach, well, we get to do this again. Always a pleasure to get a chance to be back out here at the ballpark with you. I know the preseason always goes quickly, trying to get a team ready to go, get these guys on the same page and ready to get out there for the first pitch. But how's the process been going for you guys, putting things together? And, what was the process of selecting this year's team after seeing a number of graduations from last year?
Yeah, it's been a lengthy go, it feels like, to get to this point. So we're excited to have the chance to play here today, and the weather turned off great for us. So that's always a plus after the rain and the wind, and not so much the wind, but the rain and the wet, I should say, that we've had through our winter workouts and things like that. So to have a nice day today, to get out and actually play a different team will be great for us regardless. So long process, like you said. We graduated a number of players last year, so we're in the midst of kind of trying to find those players for this year. So today's a good step in that direction, but we have a nice group. A few of them have played here a long time, and a few of them, this will be their first chance to play here. So we're a good mix of some old and some young and some in between as far as grade level goes, but we have a great group that works well together up to this point and enjoy being around each other and enjoy being here, and are willing to put in a lot of time and effort to get to this point. So we're excited about it, like everybody would be before game one. But we have a lot of nice young players to spend time with here, so we look forward to that.
You've got a nice core group of, it's a small senior class, but they're a good core group with guys that have spent a lot, like you said, a lot of innings out there for you throughout the years, for the most part there. These guys always, seniors always get looked to be the leaders out there, and you've got guys that have been in and out through the years, been out there and been a part of it. How have you seen kind of that senior class this year stepping up and kind of taking on that leadership role?
Well, that's just it. We've got a couple of guys that have played several years for us here. One exclusively in Paxton Burke, who'll be back in the middle infield for us this year at shortstop, and will hit at the top of the lineup like he did last year and the previous year as well. So it's always nice to start with that when you have a guy that can play in the middle and do the things that he does there. And, Paxton is one of those guys that's going to play every day of the week, no matter what the score is or where he's at. And he enjoys the game and gets after the game and does all those things very well. And so we look for a lot from him as far as his play, but how he goes about it is the impressive part. He's not a jump up and down, vocal type leader, but he's going to do it with his actions, and that bodes well for us. So we enjoy having him there. Of course, Amos is steady in everything he does, and behind the plate, he'll be there again after seeing some time there last year, and we're fortunate that he returns for his senior year, and we'll have an opportunity to play a bunch back there and once again get ready to go. The other two seniors, Brady Popkin joins us again. He spent a little time with us last year as a junior, and now he'll obviously play a much bigger role here as senior year, playing in the infield and some time on the mound as well. And then Riley Cheney returns for his senior year, who's thrown some good innings for us through the years, and we're hopeful that he gets himself back in arm shape, ready to spend some time on the mound for us. But that'll be a work in progress as we move forward with our seniors.
Well, and, it's nice to have those guys that you can kind of rely on there that bring some experience to multiple spots. But, it's not hard to look up and down the roster that you guys have put together and notice that there's some youth out there. But I know you'll have guys that are getting some of their first experience. But even with some of your youth, you still have guys that do have some experience. So like you mentioned, it's a nice mix, but those young guys, what have you seen maybe for some of the returning guys that saw experience last year? Or where have you seen growth with those guys that are now going to get a chance to take on an even bigger role?
Well, our junior class with those three or four players there are all, bigger and stronger. They've done a good job in the off season and in their other sports or in the weight room, and have put themselves in a position to be bigger and stronger, and hopefully that makes the game come to them a little bit easier. It's always a good place to start, is being big and strong. And those, we're talking Fletcher Coleman, AJ Black, Nick Ruiz, have all done a great job in doing that. So they'll have plenty of opportunities starting here today to show that on the field, and we look for big things out of them as we move forward.
And obviously you've got some new faces that we haven't seen at all, and they're going to be getting a chance to get opportunities here early, it looks like, based off of the lineup card you handed me. Maybe just what have you seen from the youngsters that are coming in, and how much are they going to need to try to step up kind of in a hurry as you guys throw them into the fire?
Well, they're going to need to step up in a hurry because they're going to have lots of chances to play with our roster the way it is right now. So we have a nice talent that's going to play some outfield for us and be on the mound for us. And Christian Corba is a freshman. Doesn't happen often here as a freshman, but his skills dictate that he's going to get an opportunity a lot to show them here. So we're anxious to see how he's going to perform and how he comes out here in a game setting. But he's got some skills that we want to show here at the varsity level, and he'll have a chance to do that. And a couple sophomores in Rylan Glasser and Grayson Coate that were freshman JV players for us last year and have done a good job and put themselves here this year to play in the outfield for Glasser and on the mound and some infield for Grayson Coate as well. So some nice talent there. How it's all going to fit together is what you and I are going to figure out as we move along here through this game today and tomorrow, and then next week with a real heavy schedule the first part of the week with some very quality teams. All these teams we're going to see, today and tomorrow, and Ida B. Wells, and then next week with Jesuit and South Salem coming in. We try to schedule as heavy as we can, and we're fortunate those teams get to come down here or want to come down here, and we put ourselves kind of in it right off the bat. So that'll be fun to see, and it'll be a good test, obviously, for us to just play anybody to come out and have success and hopefully do the things that we can do and control our own selves and put ourselves in position during ball games to do some positive things. And also in that sophomore class, we always not think of it that way, but a guy that played a lot for us last year in Danner Wirtz as a freshman, obviously back as a sophomore, and Danner will see time on the mound as well as at first or maybe third base as well, and in the middle of our lineup with the bats too. So it's nice to have Danner coming back to a year older, a year stronger, a year bigger. All those things are great for him, and a little bit of a year of experience, kind of coming back after seeing it as a freshman and thriving and having a very good year. And for him to come back now as a sophomore and kind of show those things is a great start for us and hopefully for him as well.
Well, we look forward to it. A lot of excitement out there as we get ready for the season opener, game one of the year, and we'll see how things go from here. Coach, I really appreciate the time, and best of luck to you guys out there.
Great. Thanks, Joey.
All righty, the coaches are exchanging lineup cards down at home. We're going to go and get our final 2-minute break in and come back with your starting lineups, brought to you by Southern Septic Service on 541radio.com and on the score at 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Welcome back here to Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg. I'm Joey Keeran. We wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. For head coach Taylor Blair in his 7th year leading the Titans, he will put together this starting 9. The shortstop, Tommy Kenny, will lead things off, followed by Jack Hansen, the second baseman. Dallin McDonald in left field will bat third. Alex Parker, the DH, will bat in the cleanup spot. He'll hit for starting right fielder Ryan Lauro. The first baseman, Jackson Olson, will bat 5th. Starting pitcher Conrad Sotelo will bat 6th. Hitting 7th, starting at catcher, is Wyatt Williams. Third baseman Jaden Davison will bat 8th, and Trip Geyer, the center fielder, rounds out the starting 9 for the Titans. Defensively for the Roseburg Indians, they will be slotted as such. Back behind the plate will be Amos Bowers, the senior. Out at first base, another senior, Brady Popkin. Mason Young, a transfer from Douglas High School, getting his first start for the Roseburg Indians, will be at second base. On the left side of the diamond, it's A.J. Black, a junior, at third, and Paxton Burke, a senior, at shortstop. In the outfield from left to right, it's Nick Ruiz, Christian Corba, and Fletcher Coleman. A young outfield there, 2 juniors, bookending the freshman, getting his first career start in center field. They'll look to try and support the starting pitcher for the Roseburg Indians, and that'll be Danner Wirtz on the mound. Wirtz, just a sophomore after his freshman season last year that saw him perform very well for the Roseburg Indians, ending up earning second-team All-League honors as a first baseman. But as a pitcher last year, he pitched 50 2/3 innings, had a 2.90 ERA, finished with 36 strikeouts, just 16 walks, and 50 2/3 innings. Finished with a 5-3 win-loss record, as he was one of the top arms for Roseburg a year ago. It'll be Danner on the mound to get the ball to start out game 1 of the season. Roseburg in the home whites here today, wearing the white jerseys, with the black numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys outlined in the orange stripe. Pinstripes up and down the uniforms for the Indians. A big block R on the left chest outlined in orange as well. Button-up tops for the Tribe, white tops, white trousers. And it does not look, Paxton Burke, the lone guy. Fletcher Coleman out in right field as well. The only guys to wear the pant legs up, pulled up to the knees, exposing black stirrup socks for those two. Everybody else wearing them down around the ankles. All right, here we go. First pitch of the 2026 season about to get underway. It'll be Tommy Kenny to step into the box, right-handed batter for West Salem. And the first pitch bounces in front of home, and we are underway in the ball game. 1-0 count to get things started for Danner Wirtz out on the mound. He'll check a wristband on his left wrist as he gets ready for the 1-0 pitch. Fires it down the middle, and it's low again, and it's a 2-0 count to start against Kenny. Back behind home plate, calling balls and strikes for us today, Tom Nelson. Our other officials out there, Dean Boosie and Chris Garrison, as a ball hit left side. Bounding ball towards the shortstop. And Paxton Burke, the senior at short, makes the play across the diamond to Brady Popkin, and there is one away as the first out of the season is recorded.
Second baseman, number 6, Jack Hansen.
One down, Jack Hansen, the second baseman, will stand in. Hansen's first pitch is outside to the lefty. Jack Hansen starting at second base. Did play against Roseburg. These two teams met last year as he swings through for strike one. Two teams did meet last year. And that ended up being a win for Roseburg, 7-6. It's another swing and a miss at a breaking ball for strike two. Last year, 7-6 the win for Roseburg against West Salem. Ground ball right side, ranging in front of it. Mason Young will scoop it up. And the new second baseman for the Indians this year, transfer from Douglas High School, just a junior, makes the put out at first, maybe knock a little bit of rust off, get those nerves out of the way, and he gets the put out. There's 2 away for the Titans here in the first inning. Brings up Dallin McDonald, the left fielder, who will take the first pitch for strike 1. And it seems as if Danner is starting to feel a little bit of momentum on the mound. Oh, 1 pitch, right down the middle at the knees for strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Just on the outside edge, just missing off the corner for Wirtz. Tries to get that strikeout pitch. And there's strike 3, gets it. Caught him looking. Down on strikes will go the 3-hitter Dallin McDonald, and that will finish things off here in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. We come back with your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 14. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians, led by Coach Troy Thompson in his 24th season. It'll be Paxton Burke leading off, starting at shortstop, followed by Amos Bowers, the catcher. The pitcher, Danner Wirtz, will bat third. Fletcher Coleman in right field, batting cleanup. Hitting fifth, starting at third, is A.J. Black. In center field, batting in the sixth spot, is Christian Corba. At first base, batting seventh, Brady Popkin. Hitting eighth, and starting in left field, Nick Ruiz. And the 9-hitter will be Mason Young, the starting second baseman. Taking a look at the defense for the visiting West Salem Titans. Behind the plate, Wyatt Williams will be catching here in today's ball game. At first base is Jackson Olson. At second base, Jack Hansen. On the left side of the diamond at third base, Jaden Davison. And at shortstop, Tommy Kenny. In the outfield from left to right, Dallin McDonald and Trip Geyer, and then Ryan Laro, your defensive starters for the Titans. They will look to support their starting pitcher on the mound. Will be a right-hander. That is Conrad Sotelo. And Sotelo will face the switch-hitting Paxton Burke, who will lead things off for the Indians. Burke last year hit .353 out of that leadoff spot for the Tribe. First pitch. Takes a pitch inside on the zone for strike one. Paxton recently committed to LC State to go play for Coach Jeremiah Robbins and the Warriors. There's a pitch outside, a 1-1 count. Committing at a ceremony here at Champion Car Wash Field. So he knows what his future will have in store for him, heading out to Lewiston, Idaho to play for Lewis Clark State. 1-1 pitch to the leadoff man. Ground ball right side, gets its way through, and there's the first hit of the ball game. First hit of the 2026 season belongs to Paxton Burke. Burke, switch hitter, always tough in the box. And he comes through with that leadoff base knock.
The catcher, number 11, Amos Bowers.
That'll bring up Amos Bowers. One on, nobody out. Bowers, the catcher. Spot to try and sacrifice a runner over. They've got the third baseman, Davison, playing in with his toes on the grass. Not showing a bunt, taking a breaking ball low. And it's a 1-0 count to start for Bowers. Leadoff hit of the season for the Indians here. Paxton Burke, that was a nice way to get things started. Pickoff throw to check on Burke at first, not in time. At the plate, Amos Bowers with the 1-0 pitch. Runner going, the throw is high. Throw down to second base is offline as well for Williams. Backing up the play, center fielder Trip Geyer gets to it. In safely at second base will be Paxton Burke. And the Indians will have a man in scoring position, a 2-0 count at the plate for Amos Bowers. And you might look to see him possibly lay down a bunt now with a man at second base and nobody out in the bottom of the first. Sotelo on the mound, having to deal through some early pressure. Long look to second as he starts his delivery home. Ground ball right side. That'll move the runner up. It'll be a productive out for Bowers. He grounds out to Hansen at second. One away, going opposite field, puts Paxton Burke at third. 90 feet from home and 90 feet away from giving Roseburg an early lead to get this one started. That'll bring up Danner Wirtz. Wirtz, the starting pitcher. Last year with the bat in his hand, a .390 hitter as well. Big cut on a slow breaking ball there for Wirtz. Danner spending a lot of his time since last year playing a lot of baseball. It's the 0-1 pitch. Out in front of it again for strike two. Danner had been a football player previously, did not spend time on the football field this last fall, decided to focus on his baseball career. So he's gotten a lot of extra reps here leading into his sophomore season. The 0-2 pitch to him, pops that one up foul and away. Out of play, stays an 0-2 count. Sotelo gave up a leadoff single to Paxton Burke. Burke is on at third base right now with one out. The 0-2 pitch, belted high in the air out towards shortstop. Not going to get out of the infield. Calling for it is Kenny. He'll look back Burke to third base. Wirtz trying to do what he can to bring home the go-ahead run, give himself a little bit of a lead to work with. But he can't get that one out of the infield.
Right fielder number 9.
Not enough there for Burke to try and score from third. Two down. And it'll bring up Fletcher Coleman, another returning player for this Roseburg squad. Coleman, a lefty, batting in the cleanup spot, starting in right field. A little surprised to see Fletcher here in the cleanup spot, although we know he's shown the ability to have some good pop in his bat. Also a decent contact hitter. Last year batted .217 as a sophomore, getting a chance to get some action. Stands back in after taking a pitch outside. The 1-0 misses low. 2-0 count. Fletcher, not a big kind of prototypical cleanup hitter, but we've seen him with some pop. He had 2 doubles last year. As he takes outside, the count goes to 3-0. Had 2 doubles last year, drove in 9 runs. It was a low strikeout, only 6 strikeouts, 9 walks. Hit by a pitch 4 times. This could just be a production guy here out of this 4 spot in the lineup if he sticks there. The 3-0 pitch to him. He'll take it down the middle for a strike. Tries to time it up. Here in the bottom of the first, we had a look at your starting lineups brought to you by Southern Septic Service. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic has your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections. Portable toilet rentals and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service, woman and veteran-owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. 3-1 outside for ball 4. Back pick down to third is offline, and that's going to bring in a run. Wyatt Williams has had a couple of throws trying to get Paxton Burke on the bases, and they have been a bit offline. So that is the first error of the ball game, and it will result in a run. 1-0. Roseburg will be in front with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. On to first base is Fletcher Coleman drawing the walk. First walk given up by Sotelo. Sotelo has not pitched bad. Not getting any help there from the defense. Pickoff throw to first base, and now Sotelo will have a throwing error as it gets away, and there's a lot of space behind first if it gets by. Fletcher Coleman, who can be a threat to steal some bases, he'll move his way to second base on the error by the pitcher. Second error here in the first inning. At the plate, A.J. Black, another guy that saw some action last year. Swings through the first pitch. Big secondary lead out at second base by Fletcher Coleman. A.J. Black last year played in 27 games. Hit .203. Comes back for his junior year. Runner going from second. The throw down to third. Not in time, and it gets by. Fletcher Coleman's going to come around to score as well. Gets by the third baseman, Davison. And Coleman will score from second. 1-1 count at the plate for A.J. Black. 2-0 Roseburg in front with 2 down. So that'll be a stolen base for Coleman to get to third, and then the error on the throw will bring him in to score. It's 2-0. That is the third throwing error here in this first inning for West Salem. Foul away by Black. It's a 1-2 count. A.J. Black, last year in the meeting with West Salem. Again, that was a 7-6 win for Roseburg a year ago at West Salem. A.J. Black last year was 0 for 3. He is 0 for 1 here today as he strikes out, swinging to finish things off in the bottom of the first. We'll head to the top of the second inning for Roseburg here in the first inning. 2-run score on 1 hit. There were 3 errors and nobody left on base. 2-0 Roseburg in front, and we head to the top of the second on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Pitch outside to start things off to the left-handed hitting Alex Parker, who will DH here in this one. 1-0 count to start for Parker. He gets around on an inside pitch and flares it out to the parking lot for strike one. Today's game is sponsored by Barnes Heating and Cooling. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Danner Wirtz, 1-1 pitch, high and away. Parker did have an appearance in the game last year for West Salem against Roseburg, but he was in as a pitcher for 2/3 of an inning, so did not get a chance to bat against the Indians. As a pitch fouled away again, a 2-2 count. Danner Wirtz did pitch against West Salem a year ago, and it didn't necessarily go well. He went an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 earned runs, 5 runs total, 7 hits, and he had 2 strikeouts, no walks. Looking to be a little bit sharper here today, and so far he has been. Gets another pop fly in foul territory. It'll get out of play. No chase provided by A.J. Black at third. Fly ball left side again, giving chase, but everyone will turn back to their positions as that one will end up out of play once again for the lefty. He's been late and behind it, flying everything out of the ballpark. Fresh set of baseballs likely going to be needed soon. Ground ball up the middle. High bounding ball. Tough play for Burke, but he will make it look easy as he will get that out. There's one away. Defense behind Wirtz helping him out. Paxton Burke with a couple of putouts so far. Jackson Olsen will stand in. Olsen at first base, another lefty. Takes away. 1-0 count. Jackson Olsen, a junior. Wonder if he's a switch hitter. 1-0 pitch. Fouled off towards the Roseburg dugout down the third base side for strike one. We've got him listed as a right-handed pitcher and an infielder. So curious if he's batting left-handed because he's a switch hitter, or maybe strictly a left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. Always an interesting combo. As a pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. Last year, this West Salem team finishing 10-17. They're one of a few teams to get into the postseason with a losing record as a ball popped up foul out of play. And it's a 2-2 count. They ended up making the first round of the playoffs. Actually ended up having a very close first-round game against Sherwood and almost knocked them out of the playoffs. 2-2 breaking ball out on the front foot, swung on and missed. Strikeout for Danner Wirtz, his second in the ballgame. 2 down, and it'll be Conrad Sotelo, the pitcher, that'll stand into the box. Taking on Sherwood. Swing and a miss by Sotelo. 0-1 count. It was a 1-1 ball game until late stages. And then a walk-off. I don't remember. I read about it. I can't remember if it said walk-off, but it was a home run late, a 3-run blast, leading Sherwood to a 4-1 victory. It's a pitch outside or inside and high, 1-1, leading out of the way for Sotelo. So they really did put a scare into Sherwood in the first round. Almost pulled off a nice road upset, but couldn't finish it off. Pitch inside, breaking ball. Sotelo stands in there, not afraid of that inside pitch. 2-1, gets underneath it, pops it up in the air right side. Playable for either middle infielder. It'll be the shortstop, Paxton Burke, that'll take it as he makes his way over towards second base. The position, not the actual bag, and he makes the catch in front of his teammate, Mason Young, the second baseman. Fly out on the infield, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We are through an inning and a half. We will go to the bottom of the second. Roseburg leading 2-0 over West Salem here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-0 lead for Roseburg in front of the visiting West Salem Titans. Today's game sponsored by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Christian Corba, a freshman, will get his first appearance at the plate this season. First pitch swinging away. He wastes no time as he belts one foul down the right field side for strike one. Facing off against Conrad Sotelo. Corba getting the first chance to see this young man. Talked about him with Coach Troy Thompson in the pregame. Takes outside, a 1-1 count. He's a freshman getting a chance to start in the opening game of the year. Not a lot of guys have done that here at Roseburg High School through the years. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1 for him. Of course, just last year, Danner Wirtz was a freshman getting a chance to make a big impact on this team, pitching throughout the season and playing in the field at first base mostly. So 2-1 pitch, Corba will take inside. You go back in the years and think about maybe the names like Zach Mandera, a guy that was a 4-year player at the varsity level for Roseburg. And there's some big names that they didn't get a chance to play as a freshman. There's a strike on the outside corner. He takes it to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Corba. So, yeah, it's few and far between of guys that have been able to start as a freshman for Roseburg, and the ones that have been really special. We'll hope for the same for Corba, and he gets his first hit as a high schooler. Pokes one into right field, and he is on with a base hit. Leadoff man in both the first and the second for Roseburg has gotten a base hit to right field. Corba, a single in his first varsity at-bat. Congratulations to him. That'll be a special moment for him there. That'll bring up Brady Popkin. The senior will stand in with 1 on and nobody out. Play in at third base, expecting a sac bunt. Throw over to first. It's not going to be there in time. Back in safely goes Corba. We're going to be learning about the young man at first, Christian Corba, to find out what kind of player he is. Decent lead at first base. They may look to try and send him. No, it doesn't go running, and no bunt shown by Popkin. He'll take low and inside for a 1-0 count. Roseburg leading this one 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. It's our season opener here at Champion Car Wash Field on a beautiful day. Some wispy clouds kind of starting to float into the region. Wispy clouds out there. Pickoff throw to first base, not in time. One 1-0 count for Popkin. Throw down to first base after a low pitch. Tag applied, but not in time. It'll be a 2-0 count. Wyatt Williams behind the plate is overthrown a couple of times. That time gets it to first base on target. Popkin, a senior, got a chance to play a little bit at the varsity level last year as they throw down to second base. Got him on the back end. Out at second base, Corba tagged out. Corba sliding in They got the tag on the lower half of the body. Just as he was getting in, the throw just in time. So that'll clear the bases, 1 out. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2 for Popkin. So we were wondering about Corba trying to take a bag, and didn't work out for him on his first attempt. 2-2 count. In the air right side, foul territory and out of play. Popkin will stay alive. Brady last year. Let's see here. Well, he got called up. He was with the team. I guess maybe didn't quite get into some of the action, but he did get a chance to be a late season call-up. Might have come in as a pinch runner or something at some point. As a ground ball up the middle for him. It'll be a bounding ball off the mound. Fielded just to the shortstop side of second. And a throw over to first base will retire Popkin. Tommy Kenny making the play. Tracking that ball off the side of the mound. Out at short. So 2 down after a leadoff single for Roseburg. They don't have anybody on base. And there's 2 away. Nick Ruiz will try to get a 2-out rally started. Ruiz batting in the 8th spot. Just a junior as well. Another returning guy. Ruiz last year played in 7 games. Swings through a breaking ball to get things started. Oh, 1 count. Conrad Sotelo trying to get through this first inning smoother than this second inning, smoother than the first inning. Defense did not help him out in that first inning. 3 errors, just 1 hit. There was 1 walk in there. And the Indians capitalized. The 2 guys that got on base came around to score thanks to throwing errors. Sotelo's 0-2 pitch here to Ruiz. Ball hit towards center field, pretty well struck. Geyer going back, twisting, and he will not get to that ball. It'll get away from the center fielder. Heading for second goes Ruiz. He's got good wheels. He'll stay at second base, though. And a nice charge into that ball for Nick Ruiz. Ruiz gives it a ride to center field, twisting up. Trip Geyer out in center. Geyer off the bat trying to get a read on that one. Just could not quite get it all lined up. And it ends up landing just in front of him. Off the bat, I think he was expecting a little bit more from that fly ball. So a 2-out double puts a man into scoring position. First extra base hit of the season for the Tribe. Their 3rd hit in the ballgame. Mason Young, the 9-hitter, first chance we get to see him here in a Roseburg uniform. Check swing. That one ends up out of play over towards the concession stand area. Mason Young transferring from Douglas High School. Looking to try and see if he can get a 2-out rally and get Roseburg a little extra on their 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. A pickoff throw to second base will not be in time. A slow-moving pickoff throw to second base for Sotelo. Roseburg baseball this season here on The Score will be brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. The 0-1 in on the hands, foul or hit up in the air. It'll be fair, out towards right field. Coming in and tracking the ball, Ryan Laro will make the catch and retire the side. A double for Roseburg leaves a man stranded at second base, and we will head to the top of the 3rd inning. For Roseburg, no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. We continue on. Game 1 of the season for the Roseburg Indians here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
First pitch in for a called strike for Danner Wirtz as he faces the 7, 8, 9 hitters. It'll be Wyatt Williams, the catcher. An 0-1 count. Sends one to the backstop for strike 2. Today's ball game, sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. The 1-2. In the air out towards right field, where Fletcher Coleman is there to make the grab. Experienced right fielder, spent plenty of time playing out there last year. Can be a difficult spot here at Champion Car Wash Field from time to time. But no problem out there for Fletcher Coleman as he gets underneath it, makes the catch. That'll bring up Jaden Davison. He'll take for ball 1. The 1-0. Missing low again for Wirtz. Wirtz so far 2 strikeouts, no walks. Ball fought off back to the netting for strike 1. Davison. Starting at third base here in this one, the junior utility guy. Feel like they can stick him in a few different spots. He'll take a strike, and the count goes even at 2-2. Pitch misses low and outside, 3-2 count. Danner Wirtz trying not to let the 8-hitter get off the hook, and he'll bounce it in front of the plate. That'll be the first base runner of the day for West Salem. So a walk by Wirtz, his first in the game. I might have jinxed him there. I said no walks, and what does he go and do? Immediately walks the next guy.
Center fielder number 1, Trip Geyer.
So that'll bring up the 9-hitter. This is a lefty, Trip Geyer, the center fielder. Throw down to second base. The runner at first was faking as if he was going to go. That prompted a throw down to second base from Amos Bowers behind the plate. Runner at first, Jaden Davison. Immediately back to the bag, watching that throw go down. There's a strike across. 1-1 count for the 9-hitter. Get a stop in the action for something. Not sure what that was, but runner at first, 1 out. 9-hitter, pickoff throw to first base. Popkin gets it, but late getting the tag down, and back in quickly was Davison. Wrapping up the first time through the lineup here for West Salem. Trip Geyer, 1-1 pitch, swings through the breaking ball for strike 2. Roseburg Baseball and the score this season brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. 1-2, fouled to the Roseburg dugout on the third base side. Stays a 1-2 count. Another pickoff throw to first for Wirtz is not in time. Keeps checking on the runner over there. Davison after reaching on the walk. Wirtz looking to try and see if he can get a ground ball here. See if he can keep it at facing the minimum here in the third. If he can get a double play ball for Burke and Young up the middle. Pitch misses low and inside to the lefty. 2-2 count. Trip Geyer, a junior. Grounds one, first base side. It's picked up by Popkin, but it is quickly ruled foul. Just a step into foul territory there for the first baseman. Back to the plate, a 2-2 count for Geyer. Popkin does a nice job fielding that one, looking to try and get it over to second base. This time a ground ball right side. It is picked up by the second baseman, Mason Young. A diving attempt for him on the right side of the diamond. He's able to get it and make the put out at first. They don't get a chance at turning two, but a nice diving play from the second baseman, Mason Young. They get the out at first. Davison moves up to second. There's two away, a man in scoring position. First pitch outside to the leadoff man, Tommy Kinney. Nice job there at second base by the newcomer, Mason Young. Waving at a breaking ball, cannot connect with it for Kinney. He's got a 1-1 count. Grounded out to short his first time up. Mason Young has now had a couple of putouts over there at second base. Hopefully significantly getting rid of any jitters that might be had for the, again, newcomer to this Roseburg squad and getting his first start. 1-2 count. Mason Young is a junior, so he's an experienced ball player. It's a ground ball, third base side, picked up by A.J. Black. His throw to first, able to stay on the bag. Brady Popkin makes the put out, and that will finish things off for West Salem here in the top of the third. A walk, the only damage done. No runs, no hits, no errors. The one man left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's still a 2-0 lead for Roseburg here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Bottom of the third inning, a 2-0 lead for Roseburg. A pair of runs in the first inning. The difference in this one so far. Top of the order will come up for the Tribe once again. Paxton Burke had a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the first. He will bat to begin things here in the third. Today's game brought to you by First Choice Health Insurance, your trusted team for all your insurance needs. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. A pitch low and inside at the shoe tops. Burke backing out of the way, has a 1-1 count. Conrad Sotelo still working on the mound for the Titans. Gets a chopper over the mound, fielded over his shoulder, low pitch to first, and in time to get Burke. Off the bump there for Sotelo, fields that one on a high Baltimore chop over his shoulder, makes the catch, then quickly underhands it to Olsen at first. One away, Amos Bowers stands in. Bowers a ground out to second his first time up. That was able to move Paxton Burke to third base after Burke had gotten on with a single. Ball fouled away, opposite field side for Bowers. Amos Bowers last year split time catching for the Tribe. Played in 10 games. 0-1, dribbles it off the mound, sliding to get there was Sotelo, but it was a foul ball off the front foot for Bowers. So dead ball. And so it's an 0-2 count. Bowers, 10 games last year, hit at exactly 100. Looking to try and bump up the average this year, be a more productive man at the plate. Going to get more chances, I'm sure. 0-2 pitch is outside. Can't get him to chase. Sotelo. A 1-2 count. This Roseburg team got upset by Grant in the second round of the playoffs here at home last year. After winning the Southwest Conference title, just narrowly edging out the Sheldon Irish for the conference championship. It was their first title since 2019. 2-2. Outside, and a nice job laying off the pitch from Bowers. Made it into the playoffs, but ended up losing 4-3 against Grant in a back-and-forth affair. Grant ended up being the surprise team, the Cinderella last year in the playoffs, making a run all the way to the championship game. As a pitch inside for ball 4, Bowers will toss away the bat. Second walk for Sotelo. 1 on, 1 away.
Number 20, Tanner Wirtz.
No courtesy runner for the catcher coming on. Bowers will stay at first to run for himself. That'll bring up Tanner Wirtz. Flew out to the shortstop in the first inning. Sotelo delivers. It's outside, off the glove for the catcher, out at first base. Bowers does not try to test the arm of Wyatt Williams. Stays at first. Grant, yeah, they had quite the run in the playoffs. Ended up just coming up shy of trying to win the state title last year at the 6A level. 1-0 delivery. Nope, pickoff throw to first. Bowers climbing his way back to the bag. Gets in safely. Roseburg ended up graduating a lot of guys off that team last year, or having some depart. There's another pickoff throw to first. Bowers just back in time. Jake Johnson, Southwest Conference Player of the Year last year. Luke Robbins, a first-team DH. Swing and a miss out of Wirtz. 1-1 count. Caden Austin earned the second-team honors. Dane St. Clair, second-team honors as well. Those guys all graduated from the program. Cal Robbins was just a sophomore last year. Everybody was excited about that, but then his dad, Jeremiah, ends up getting offered and gets rehired as the head coach at Lewis Clark State College. Strike on the outside corner. Tanner Wirtz behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Jeremiah Robbins gets rehired as the head coach out in Lewiston at LC State. And so the Robbins family moves back to Idaho, and that meant Cal went with them. So good luck to Cal in his baseball season out there in Idaho this year. There's a pickoff throw to first. Running was Bowers. They'll get the throw down to second base and get him there. So Bowers picked off trying to take second base. There's 2 away with nobody on. Base is empty now for Wirtz at the plate with a 1-2 count. Roseburg scored twice in the first inning, haven't scored since. High and away, 2-2. But there was a lot of departure and a lot of really good players that Roseburg had to say goodbye to last year. That it's just the way it goes with high school ball. They'll look to see if they can fill in with the new names we've got out there, and so far looking like things are working out. First game of the season, though, long way to go on this one. Pitch outside, full count now for Wirtz. Do want to congratulate, I know it's been a while now, but Coach Troy Thompson was named the Southwest Conference Coach of the Year last year, his third time in 6 seasons. Well-deserved for the longtime coach who has always put together a good product for the Indians. Foul tip into the glove for strike 3, and Wirtz will go down. That will finish things off here in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the third inning for Roseburg in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the top of the fourth. It's 2-0 Roseburg in front of West Salem on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Heading to the top of the fourth inning, Danner Wirtz continues to throw for Roseburg, the big right-handed sophomore. He'll face Jack Hansen, Dallin McDonald, and Alex Parker here in the fourth. First pitch just a bit outside for ball 1. And the first at-bat for Hansen, it was a ground out to second base back in the first. Lefty at the dish. The 1-0 pitch is a chopper up the middle, charging to get there. Young with time. A strike to first. There's one away. Impressive start so far defensively for second baseman Mason Young. One away. That is the second time for Jack Hansen, grounding out to second. Dallin McDonald struck out looking his first time up. One of 2 strikeouts in the game for Wirtz. Pops one up foul, out of play. Today's contest sponsored by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by and check them out on West Harvard Avenue. Breaking ball ends up low, a 1-1 count for McDonald. McDonald listed as a team leader for this West Salem club this year. Pitcher outfielder. He is playing in left field here in this one. He takes for a 2-1 count. Takes a strike. McDonald and teammate Conrad Sotelo, a couple of seniors that Coach Blair telling OSAA today, those guys, a couple of leaders for this year's club. Ground ball, third base. That's a fair ball. Toss across the diamond by A.J. Black. 2 down. Easy toss across there by Black. A.J. had plenty of time. Didn't put a lot of zip behind that one, but he gets it where it needs to be.
Next batter, the number 19, Alex Parker.
So 2 down, nobody on, and Alex Parker, the DH, another lefty at the plate, swings through the first one for strike 1. Parker will dig back in. He grounded out to short his first time up. That was to lead things off in the second. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, disappears on the hitter, and he falls behind 0-2. Alex Parker, a junior. The 0-2 delivery outside. This West Salem club coming off of a 10-0 loss in their first game of the season yesterday. They lost in 6 innings against Ridgeview, excuse me. The 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Danner will get Roseburg through the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Third strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. And we are through 3.5, midway through this 7-inning contest. Roseburg leading it 2-0 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Bottom of the 4th inning, today's game sponsored by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. And we want to remind everybody that it is nearly tournament time. 9 a.m. tomorrow, the NCAA tournament gets underway. And you can join our Score Bracket Challenge presented by Clint Newell Auto Group. We are giving a grand prize winner $300 in cold, hard cash. So if you can pick the best bracket out of the group, you could have a chance to go home with a little extra scratch in your pocket. As a pitch outside, ball 1 to Fletcher Coleman, who walked and scored a run in the first. We also have other prizes throughout the tournament for the Sweet 16 and the Final 4. So you could also win other prizes, $50, and also Mountain Mike's $50 gift certificate. So a lot of prizes to give away during tournament time. Make sure you head to 541radio.com or head to 1490thescore.com. That is our station website. And you'll find the information there to get create an account and fill out a bracket. And you got a chance to win thanks to the Score and Clint Newell Auto Group. Line drive shot out towards center field. Not hit very hard, but hard enough to get out to Geyer in center. He'll make the catch on the run in. There's one out as Fletcher Coleman flies out. Roseburg has had a base runner on in every inning, but they have not had a hit since the second. They had 2 hits in the second inning, but did not score a run. Had 1 hit in the first. They scored twice in that first inning. 1 away. First pitch swinging away for A.J. Black. That one ripped into the grandstands behind the first base dugout occupied by West Salem. Here at Champion Car Wash Field, the home of multiple different baseball programs during the spring. The 0-1. Ground ball towards third. Backhand played by Davison, and he'll get a quick throw across the diamond for the second out. Nice job defensively for the third baseman. 2 down. And that'll bring up Christian Corba. Corba has one of the 3 hits on the day for the Indians. The freshman in his first at-bat as a varsity player. His first at-bat as a high schooler. He grounded one through the right side for a base hit. Corba will get a brief visit. with Coach Tim Sestaire prior to his second at-bat of the game. Roseburg plays their home games here at the high school level. So does Umpqua Valley Christian, a 2A, 1A school, back-to-back state champions. The first pitch, check swing, fouled away. Conrad Sotelo looking for a 1-2-3, fourth inning. So Roseburg and UVC playing home games here at Champion Car Wash Field. So does Umpqua Community College. The Riverhawks calling this their home field. Their season is well underway. Pitch outside, goes to the backstop. 1-1 count. In fact, the first place Umpqua Riverhawks were at Lane Community College in Eugene today. They won game 1 6-2, running their winning streak to 5 straight games. Actually, sorry, make that 6 straight. But they ended up getting shut out 6-0 in game 2 against Lane in a battle of top 5 teams in the NWAC. Slow roller right side, charging in Hansen. The second baseman flips it to first and retires Corba to make it a 1-2-3 frame for West Salem defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Roseburg as we are through 4 innings of play. We go to the top of the 5th, still 5-2, or excuse me, sorry, make that 2-0. I'm not sure, I said 5th inning and then 2, and I just am getting myself all set to go here as well. It is 2-0, Roseburg in front as we go to the top of the 5th here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the 5th inning, still working for the Roseburg Indians is Danner Wirtz. He'll face Jackson Olson, Conrad Sotelo, and Wyatt Williams. First pitch swinging away for Williams down the left field line, hooking into foul territory. That'll be strike 1, a long one down the left field side. Olson almost sneaks that one in, but not quite. Strikeout his first time up for Jackson Olson. 3 punch-outs in this one for Wirtz so far. Bounces one in to the lefty. A 1-1 count. Today's ball game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Inside corner at the knees, called for a strike. Olson thinking that ball was a bit further inside, backing out of the way as it goes by. He's behind 1-2 in the at-bat. Wirtz overthrows the fastball, puts it in the turf. 2-2. Well, we encourage you, if you're tuning in and watching today's broadcast with us on our YouTube channel, we encourage you to hit the subscribe button so that you can follow the action with us all season long. As a swing and a miss, it goes to the backstop, and Bowers will not have a chance to throw it down to first. It'll be a strikeout, 4th of the game for Wirtz. But it goes to the backstop, and able to get on will be Olson. So
next batter is number 14.
Nobody out, despite the strikeout. Pass ball for Bowers. And there's another one that'll go to the backstop, that time out of his reach. think that'll be would be ruled a wild pitch. 1-0 count, and up to second base goes Olson. So Danner Wirtz, for just the second time in the ball game, will face a man at second base. Runner got to second back in the third, but that's where he got stranded. That was Jaden Davison. Conrad Sotelo at the plate right now with a 1-0 count. Time called, and we've got some gear that needs to come off for Jackson Olson out at second base before we resume play. Man out at second. Nobody out. Top of the fifth, a 2-0 lead for Roseburg. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Sotelo finds himself with a 1-1 count. The 1-1, breaking ball, called strike two. Check swing at the plate by Sotelo. That pitch catching the outside corner. So falling behind here, Sotelo behind a 1-2 count. And a throwback to second base will not be in time. Wirtz throwing to Burke, holding the runner on. Roseburg will have a game coming up tomorrow. Then they are off until they start spring break next week. For the West Salem Titans, they've got to start packing for spring break. They're headed to the warmth. It's a ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by Mason Young. His throw to first will get the put out. Up to third, though, will go Jackson Olson. Yet again, another strong play defensively at second base for Mason Young. He has been very good on the right side of the infield. Jackson Olson makes his way to third.
Next batter, number 8, Wyatt Williams.
With one down, there's a man at third, and it'll be Wyatt Williams to bat. And he gets hit by a pitch. Did not work too hard to get out of the way. Williams with the big elbow pad on that front arm, his left elbow. And so
Number 2, Jaden Davison.
A little extra protection there, and he was perfectly fine wearing that one off the elbow. That puts the game-tying run at first base. Runners on the corners with one out. Ball knocked down. And Bowers will keep it at the plate, holding the runners. 1-0 count to Jaden Davison. Walked his first time up, the 8-hitter. Looking to see if he can roll one for the Roseburg infield to try and turn two. Pitch takes outside. It's a 2-0 count. Paxton Burke and Mason Young up the middle. It'll be fun to see if that duo can turn some two. We've seen some good play out of Mason Young so far, so I'm excited to see what he's looking like defensively out there trying to turn two. Get a quick visit out to the mound for Roseburg's pitching coach. Steve Patterson will make the trek out there. Have a brief conversation with Danner and with Amos. And we will resume play here. A 2-0 count to Davison, the third baseman. Davison walked his first time up. He's already ahead 2-0 in this one. A drop third strike, getting a runner on here in the fifth, and then a hit batter. They've got two runners on base with just one out, trailing 2-0 for West Salem. Danner's 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, and the runner will take off from first as it was in the dirt. Bowers did what he could to knock it down, but couldn't glove it. That'll be a 3-0 count for Davison. And now two runners in scoring position. 3-0 pitch taken for a strike. So that will eliminate that easy option for the double play up the middle for Roseburg. 3-1 pitch. Ball four, second time walking the 8-hitter. So two walks in this game for Wirtz. They're both against the same guy. Nobody up in either bullpen.
Next batter is number 1, Trip Geyer.
So no changes, it looks as if, coming just yet. Bases loaded with 1 away. First pitch in for a strike to the 9-hitter, Trip Geyer. He grounded out to second his first time up. Roseburg will play for the double play up the middle, in on the corners. Ground ball sharply hit towards the first baseman. They go to home to 1. Relay back to first. A double play to get out of the jam here in the top of the 5th. Popkin to Bowers, back to Popkin, and they get out of it. A clean-looking 3-2-3 double play for Roseburg to finish things off here in the top of the 5th. What a way to keep this one a 2-0 lead for the Tribe. And that will keep it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th here in the top half. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and you had 2 runners left on base. Bottom of the 5th coming up on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Move to the bottom of the 5th inning. First batter for Roseburg, number 14, Brady Popkin.
Brady Popkin, Nick Ruiz, and Mason Young, your 3 hitters due up here in the 5th inning for Roseburg, trying to add to a 2-0 lead. Ground ball up the middle towards short, bounding ball to Kinney. He's got time to retire Popkin at first as he puts the ball in play, but for a second time on the day, Brady Popkin will ground out to shortstop. 1 away for the Indians. It'll bring up Nick Ruiz. Today's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. It's not too late to pick up dinner at Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Nick Ruiz, the left fielder, a double his last time up. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Hit one out towards center field that twisted up Trip Geyer. He'll take one just above the zone, right around the letters for a 1-0 count. Roseburg hosting Ida B. Wells coming up tomorrow. Pitch high and away. 2-0 count for Ruiz. I was saying that West Salem needs to pack their bags. They are headed to Arizona for their spring break next week. They'll be playing in a tournament down there, getting 4 games in. 2-0 pitch. Strike. Ruiz, a 2-1 count against Conrad Sotelo, who continues to throw for West Salem. Both starting pitchers going deep, although we do have some activity in the bullpen for Roseburg. Ball lifted right side. It'll get out of play. And that'll make it a 2-2 count here for Ruiz, the left fielder. That is Christian Corba, who is getting loose in the bullpen. 2-2. Behind the hitter, Ruiz. Somehow that pitch misses going around the backside. Three-two pitch. High for ball 4. 1 out walk. Ruiz on base for a second time in the ballgame. Out of the 8 spot, the 8 hitters for both sides have been productive.
Number 2, Mason
on the West Salem side, Jaden Davison in the 8 spot has drawn a couple of walks, been on base twice. And then Nick Ruiz for Roseburg out of the 8 hole, a double and now a walk. He's been on base twice. 9-hitter Mason Young with 1 out and 1 on. He squares to bunt. That pitch comes inside at him. Back pick down to first base by Williams. Not in time to get Ruiz. A 1-0 count at the plate. Mason Young, that pitch inside to the righty. Just broke back to the inside edge of the plate, missing, and he was able to get the bat back out of the way as he had squared around to bunt. A 1-0 delivery, he will square. He puts down a bunt, third base side, fielded by Davison. His throw to first on time. The sacrifice bunt will put Ruiz at second. Third base was wide open. They might have been hoping that Ruiz would have kept on running out at second base, but he puts the brakes on there, holds there. It does get into scoring position on the sac bunt by Young. But there might have been, with some aggressive base running, might have been a chance to get an extra bag out of that one. That'll bring up Paxton Burke, though. And Burke has the opportunity to try and drive in his first run of the game and of the season. He will foul off the first pitch for strike 1. Roseburg, nobody in the lineup has an RBI yet in this one. Roseburg scores both of their runs on throwing errors by the catcher. Oh, 1 count to Burke with Ruiz out at second. Chases a breaking ball outside. 0-2 count. Burke earning first team all-conference award last year. Looking to follow up that productive junior season. He waits on the 0-2 for the switch hitter. The bat cocked back with a slight waggle, and it's outside, a 1-2 count. He really holds it back there and has it. A lot of batters will have the barrel of the bat straight up and down as they have it back, cocked back there waiting to rip it a ball over the plate. Burke has his kind of slanted back behind him as he digs into that left-handed batter's box. Tends to bat better as a lefty, gets more reps doing it, facing more right-handed pitching. There's a 1-2, puts it in the air out towards center field on the run. Geyer, that one's over his head. It's going to roll a ways as it finds the alley. Burke is headed around. He's going for third, and he will be in standing up. A 2-out triple for Paxton Burke, the first RBI of the season for the Roseburg Indians, and it's now a 3-0 lead for the Tribe. Burke found the deepest part of the park with that one, and he scores Ruiz from second easily. Fourth hit in the game for the Indians.
Next batter's number 11, Amos Bowers.
Ruiz scores for the first time this year. Second extra base hit of the season for Roseburg. First pitch behind Amos Bowers. Back to third base goes Burke. Bowers walked his last time up, was caught. They picked off to first, and he was running to second. Got thrown out at second base trying to steal. The 1-0 pitch to him. Ooh. Off the end of the bat. I wasn't sure if it was off the pad that he might have on his shoulder or on his elbow, or if it was off the nub of the bat underneath the hands, and that's where it catches. So that'll be a foul ball for strike 1. 3-0 lead for Roseburg here in the bottom of the 5th in this 7-inning contest. The 1-1 fouled back. They've got Bowers shaded towards the right field line. Center fielder playing towards the right side. Out in right field, Laro very close to the line out that direction. And Bowers will swing through the strike 2 pitch. And that will wrap things up in the bottom of the 5th. But Roseburg will add a run here on the triple by Paxton Burke. And that will make it a 3-0 lead as we go to the 6th inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We are through 5 innings of play, and Roseburg leads this one 3-0 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Headed to the top of the 6th inning. Still a shutout going for Danner Wirtz as he's been able to keep the Titans off the base paths for the most part and was able to pitch out of trouble in the 5th inning. He had a drop third strike, hit batter, and a walk had loaded him up, and he was able to pitch out of it. Ground ball left side, slipped at first. Paxton Burke recovers and makes a strong throw across the diamond. Burke didn't have his feet at first, but still was able to recover, get to the baseball, and get it across the diamond in time to get Tommy Kinney, who leads things off for West Salem here in the 6th. 1 out, nobody on. Pitch outside for ball 1 to the 2-hitter, Jack Hansen. He is grounded out twice to second. 1-0 pitch outside, breaking ball. This season of Roseburg High Baseball brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922. Offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. A strike taken, 2 balls and a strike for Jack Hansen. Low and inside, 3-1 count. Been probably a healthy number of pitches for Danner Wirtz in this one. He has given up a couple of walks. He's gone deep in a number of accounts. There's a 3-1, grounder right side. Goes towards first. It'll be a foul ball. It bounces just into foul territory as Popkin fields and steps on the bag. All in one motion. But it was on, the ball was on the other side of the chalk line. And of course, as we all know, it's where the baseball is, not where your body is. So you could field it in fair territory, but if the ball is across the line, that's a foul ball. It was strike 2 on the foul ball. Through a full count pitch is high and away, though, and there's another walk. 3rd in the game for Wirtz. First time on base for Jack Hansen. Well, I'd imagine we're kind of cooling down a little bit. Let's see here, but I had pulled up the National Weather Service. 81 degrees here in Roseburg. Probably going to be another record high for the day. 0-1 count to start things off for Dallin McDonald, the 3-hitter, 0 for 2. Swings through for strike 2. 3rd time through the order here for West Salem. They've gotten runners on with 3 walks, 1 hit batter, and a drop third strike. The only way they've gotten runners on base. Pitch high and away. Back pick down to first is behind the runner. A 1-2 count for McDonald. Hot here, but for West Salem, probably going to be a bit toasty next week as they head to Arizona for their spring break tournament. They started off on Monday against Littleton, Colorado. Ball in the air out towards right center, gets down, and there's the first hit of the ball game for West Salem, and it could drive in a run. Deep in right field is Coleman. The runner off the bag at second. Nobody there to try and hold him on at the bag. So back to second goes McDonald. He drives in a run and has the first hit of the game for West Salem. It's an RBI double. Tanner Wirtz had runners on base, but he had not given up a hit until that one right there. 3-1 the score as West Salem will get a run back after Roseburg stretched it out to a 3-0 lead in the sixth. First pitch swinging away for Alex Parker. That ball out towards left field, but out of play. So the shutout gone, the no-hitter gone, but the lead is still intact. And Roseburg is 5 outs away from getting a season-opening win against West Salem. Pick off the second base. They got him off the bag. Tagged out at second is Dallin McDonald. The back pick by Burke got him off the bag. That'll clear the bases. He was dead to rights out there. The 0-1 pitch. Did he go around? No. On appeal, they said he did not. So 2 down. 1-1 count with nobody on base for Alex Parker. The lefty is 0 for 2. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball inside. They changed the scoreboard on me at 3-0 count, and I guess it's now 3-1. So Parker, maybe it's 2-1. Two and 2. Okay, here we go. Now we get the umpire Tom Nelson to help us out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Parker with nobody on and 2 away takes strike 3 down the middle. Watches it go by, and that'll wrap things up. But West Salem is able to get on the board here in the 6th inning as a 1-out double by Dallin McDonald drives in a run. It is 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Roseburg will be coming up to bat looking to add some insurance here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning. I want to say thanks to our sponsor, Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. A 3-1 lead for Roseburg.
Go to bottom of the 6th, number 20, Danner Wirtz.
Leading off will be Danner Wirtz. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame, been pitching well, but looking to get the offense going. He'll take inside for a 1-0 count. On the mound, still throwing, is Conrad Sotelo. Both starting pitchers going deep into this one. A 1-0. Fouled back by Wirtz. 1-1 count. Roseburg softball on the road today. The Indians 2-0 to start out the year after sweeping Gresham at home earlier in the week. They started out the season ranked number 9 in the preseason OSAA Today coaches poll. 1-1, swung on and missed by Wirtz. Today they were taking on Dallas. The Dragons ranked 5th in the 5A coaches poll. So a good matchup there for Roseburg on the road. 1-2 pitch from Sotelo. A breaking ball got a piece of it for Wirtz to stay alive. So hopefully Roseburg girls able to pull off a road win, and a big one there on the road if they could do that. Looks like they are streaming it here, so let's see here. The 1-2 is off the mark for Sotelo. 2-0. All right. Way to go, Roseburg. So Roseburg softball getting a 2-0 win in a matchup of ranked teams. In the dirt, count goes full. That's a big win on the road against Dallas, a team that seems to always be in contention for a state championship at the 5A level. Our score here, 3-1. Roseburg in front as we begin the bottom half of the 6th inning, and a walk to start things off for Danner Wirtz. First time on for Wirtz. He gets the free pass down. That is the 3rd walk issued by Sotelo. We will get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, and heading over to first to run for Roseburg will be Rylan Glasser, a sophomore, first year at the varsity level. So courtesy runner at first with nobody out. 1 on, Fletcher Coleman batting. Walked his first time up, flew out to center field in his last at-bat. Pickoff throw, Glasser back in safely. Haven't seen any activity in the bullpen for West Salem. We did see Corba throwing for Roseburg earlier. Nobody throwing at the moment as they are in the dugout. Showing a bunt, pulled it back. Coleman will take. It'll be a 1-0 count. Coleman has some good wheels. Shows the bunt, tries to lay it down, but fouls it back between the legs of the catcher. A 1-1 count to the cleanup hitter. Hitting the 6 o'clock hour here in Roseburg. We'll have a chance at a legal ID here in just a moment. Man at first with nobody out. And a two-run game here, a 3-1 score in favor of the Indians, the home team. A 1-1 offered at it for strike 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on the Score. A 1-2 pitch for Fletcher Coleman. Sotelo on the mound, right-hander. Sets out of the stretch, delivers. That ball ripped foul down the first base side. Seems like it's been a fairly calm day today. We've had nice weather, nice sunny weather, but not much for a breeze. Temperature is warm, that's for sure. Warmer than we're usually expecting this time of year. 1-2 count to Coleman. Runner going. The pitch is outside. Throw down to second base. Will make its way into center field. Up and giving it a look. Glasser will stay at the bag. He'll have a stolen base. And Roseburg will have a man into scoring position with a 2-2 count at the plate for Fletcher Coleman. RBI opportunity. Coleman did score, got on with the walk, and scored back in the first inning. RBI opportunity for him. So far, just one RBI on the day for Roseburg. Pops it up, foul. Williams gives chase, but it's out of his reach. A triple by Paxton Burke in the fifth inning. Only RBI so far for the Tribe. Two-two pitch. Kenny holding the runner on out at second base, the shortstop. And the pitch is low, just above the shoe tops for Coleman, and he's got himself a full count. Talked about the OSAA today coaches polls, the preseason polls. Roseburg actually started out receiving votes in the 6A baseball coaches poll. So not in the top 10, but just outside. 3-2 pitch. Coleman fouls it back, stays alive. Getting some attention in that poll for Roseburg. So not yet in the top 10, but teams think that they are a squad that could be a team you might see in the top 10 at some point. Fletcher Coleman at the dish. He's battling here. He'll have another full count pitch coming from Sotelo. Outside for ball four, draws another walk. Second walk in the game for Fletcher Coleman. Fourth walk issued by Conrad Sotelo, and that is back-to-back free passes here in the sixth. And we're going to get a visit out to the mound. I do believe that is head coach Taylor Blair, who will saunter out to the bump to have a conversation with his infield. It looks like it could be a pitching change coming. Sotelo will hand over the baseball. We'll figure out what this pitching change has in store for us. We'll take a 60-second timeout for the pitching change and be back here at Champion Car Wash Field. Roseburg leads it 3-1 here in the bottom of the sixth on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
It'll be Landon Ballweber, a right-hander that'll take over for Conrad Sotelo, who goes 5 innings. Sotelo gave up just 4 hits. He did walk 4, finished with 3 strikeouts. The 2 runners on base right now are his, so if they were to come around to score, they would go to his total. Right now he has given up 3 runs, but I would believe only one of them would be an earned run so far in this one, with errors allowing runners to come in to score back in the first. Ballweber will take over. Landon Ballweber, a senior for West Salem. He inherits runners at first and second with nobody out. Bottom of the 6th, Roseburg leading 3-1. Tight ball game, especially after West Salem scored in the top half of this 6th inning. It'll be A.J. Black 0 for 2 in the game. Grounded out to third his last time up. He'll face the new arm. Shortstop holding on. The runner out at second. Squaring to bunt, taking inside for ball 1. Out at second base running is Glasser. Courtesy runner for the starting pitcher, Danner Wirtz. Glasser at second. At first base is Coleman. At the plate is A.J. Black, batting for a third time today. Again, the shortstop holding the runner on. Black shows a bunt, but will draw the bat back. And he's got a 2-0 count. Calling the offense down the third base side. Coach Troy Thompson in the third base coach's box. Coach Tim Sestair at first base. And you got Coach Patterson in the dugout. 2-0 delivery here for Ballweber. He catches the outside corner. Makes it 2-1. 2-1 delivery here as the shadows start to cast across the field. Sun's starting to set on what has been a gorgeous day in the Umpqua Basin. Ball out towards center field on the run. Geyer will get there. Tagging and heading for third will go Glasser. Throw goes all the way through and will be well behind as into third base goes Glasser. A fly out to deep right center for A.J. Black. Got behind that one just a bit, just could not get it to land in the alley. There's one away, runners on the corners. At least does a job of moving the runner up 90 feet. And it'll bring up Christian Corba, who had a single in the first inning. He's 1 for 2 in his high school debut. He's got a good size to him for being a freshman. Looks like he's well over 6 foot tall. Lean frame, youngster. Has not had the years to put a lot on that frame as of yet. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. But he's got a good frame to grow into for a ball player. Does not necessarily look like he's got the stature of a freshman as he stands back in with an 0-1 count, taking a breaking ball for a strike. Grounds one towards short. That should bring in one if they can beat out the throw to first. And no, they will not. Out at first base, the call gets a groan from the home fans. It was bang, bang, and the call goes to the Titans. So that will finish things off, an inning-ending double play. At first base, Corba is called out. That'll go down 6-4-3, and it negates a scoring chance for the Tribe. We will head to the 7th inning, a 3-1 lead for Roseburg. And they will look to try and close it out, needing 3 more outs to get a victory in the season opener here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Top of the 7th inning, it is Jackson Olson leading off, the lefty. An 0-1 count as he fouls off the first pitch against Danner Wirtz, who continues to throw. A chopper first base side. It's a foul ball is the ruling. The batter, Olson, didn't run, and then the ball got through on the infield as you had 3 defenders going to the baseball, and nobody decided that they were going to be the one to take it. You had Popkin, Young, and Wirtz all in the area of that ball bounding through the right side of the infield, and they all let it go by, but they get bailed out in the fact it was a foul ball. So did the hitter, Olson, because if they had fielded it, it was an easy out at first if it was a live ball. Olson fouls off a pitch to stay alive with the 0-2 count. Top of the 7th, down by 2. West Salem down to their final 3 outs. A ground ball towards second. Bobbled a bit, but time. Young gets it to first in time. There's one away. Mason Young has been solid at second. A little bit of a bobble there, but he recovers, stays with it, and makes the put out. There's one away. Conrad Sotelo. Well, he was the pitcher. They brought in a guy for him. And the pitch outside. It's still going to be Sotelo out there. Didn't follow to see if he stayed in the game defensively elsewhere when they brought in Ballweber to take over on the mound. The pitch is in the air out towards right field. A sky ball out there for Coleman. He will wait for it to come down. It's in the glove for the second out. 2 down, and Danner Wirtz needs one more to get through a complete game victory and have a one-hitter to start out the season. It'll be Wyatt Williams, the 7-hitter, who digs in. He is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch on his elbow pad his first time up, and he swings away on the first pitch for strike one. This is just the third time through the order here for West Salem. If Wirtz can get the final out here, the 8 and 9 hitters would not get a third time up. And that is another pitch inside that is going to hit Williams. So the 8-hitter will get a third chance to come up to the plate. Second time getting hit by a pitch in this ballgame for Williams. He's the only batter that Wirtz has plunked. So the catcher gets on at first. That brings the game-tying run to the plate with 2 down. Top of the 7th. Pitch low and outside. Ball 1 to start things off for Jaden Davison, who has walked twice. This bottom of the order has given Danner a little bit of trouble here. He has hit Wyatt Williams, the 7-hitter, twice, and he has walked Jaden Davison, the 8-hitter, twice. Davison swings through for a 1-1 count. One ball, one strike. Ground ball right side. Mason Young has it, gets it to first, and that's the ball game. A complete game victory for Danner Wirtz as the Roseburg Indians will get the win here today. They will finish it off with a 3-1 victory, and they start out the season 1-0. West Salem will go to 0-2 on the year. We'll take a break here and come back with the postgame show to wrap it up for you in just a few here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its third generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field to wrap up the day. Season opener for Roseburg goes the Indians' way. They get a 3-1 victory on top of West Salem, and they will go to 1-0 on the year. West Salem will go to 0-2 on the season. Final numbers here: 1 run, 1 hit, 3 errors, and 3 men left on base for West Salem. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on for Roseburg. Danner Wirtz will get the win. 7 innings, allows 1 run on 1 hit, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. He will go to 1-0 on the season. Taking the loss, Conrad Sotelo. He goes 5 innings, allowed only 1 earned run, 3 runs total on 4 hits, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Landon Ballweber pitched 1 inning of work, did not allow a run or a hit, no walks and no strikeouts. Roseburg scored twice in the first inning, both of them on throwing errors. They added 1 run in the 5th on a two-out triple by Paxton Burke, and that made it 3-0 at the time. West Salem would get 1 run across in the 6th inning. It was a 1-out double by Dallin McDonald that scored Jack Hansen, who had reached on a 1-out walk. McDonald had the only hit in the game for West Salem, and Hansen scores the only run of the game for the Titans. So McDonald had the only hit. So if you look at offensive numbers here, McDonald goes 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI and a double. Jack Hansen had a walk, scored a run. Other guys to get on base: Jackson Olsen got on with a drop third strike. He ended up getting stranded at third. Wyatt Williams was hit by a pitch twice. And then Jaden Davison got a pair of walks to get on base in this one today as well. On the other side for Roseburg, Paxton Burke goes 2 for 3 with a single and an RBI triple. He also scored a run. Amos Bowers 0 for 2 with a walk. Danner Wirtz went 0 for 2 with a walk. Fletcher Coleman was 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. A.J. Black 0 for 3. Christian Corba goes 1 for 3. Had a base hit in his high school debut. Brady Popkin 0 for 2. Nick Ruiz was 1 for 1 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. And Mason Young 0 for 1, a sac bunt on the day for him. Coming up tomorrow, Roseburg will be taking on the Ida B. Wells Guardians. That'll be a 4 o'clock first pitch for that one. Up next for West Salem, they're traveling to Arizona for a spring break tournament where they'll take on Littleton, Colorado at noon on Monday. Well, thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in and joining us for today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports here on The Score. If you were watching online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, we appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next broadcast of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score. We will be back on the airwaves coming up tomorrow, and we'll get you details here in a second. Want to say thanks to the West Salem Titans for making the journey down here today to be a part of the season opener for the Roseburg Indians. And good luck to them the rest of the season. Big thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Big thanks to Dale Cranford back in the studio for the radio production here today. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast. Because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We'll catch up with you coming up tomorrow when the Roseburg Indians welcome in the Wells Guardians. It's a 4 o'clock first pitch. That means we'll go on the air about 3:45 tomorrow afternoon. We'll have the game streaming for you online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. And you can always find Roseburg High Sports right here on Douglas Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM.